Chest and biceps complete. I did an 11-minute plank afterwards. Felt pretty good. It started to get really hard at 7 minutes. I was like, and I just kept going. And then my buddy Brett came in, and I knew he was watching me, so I was like, okay, you got to get to 10. And then I got to 10. I was like, all right, I'm gonna do one more. Go one more. I did 11 minutes. Did the 100 push-ups after. Now I'm eating steak, chicken, and white rice, and water. It's mainly an animal-based diet, although I do eat fruits and vegetables, just not on camera. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. But I want to know something. Are you the guy who's constantly eating junk food and you regret it every time, right? And like, you knew you were gonna regret it, but you just couldn't help yourself. Now you feel like trash, physically, mentally. It just feels like you let yourself down again. Listen, I know how you feel. This is how you have to approach it, all right? This is how you're gonna overcome that. Every single time you have a craving, you tell yourself there is a version of you out there who's like, no, I'm not gonna eat that because I actually wanna hit my goal, right? I wanna look better, I wanna be stronger, I wanna lose body fat. And that person says no over the course of many weeks and months and is now a better, healthier, more handsome, better looking, stronger version of you than you are now, right? And don't you wanna be that guy? Don't you wanna look in the mirror and be like, I built this shit?
Me! Brick by brick!
But here's the thing, it takes discipline. Discipline is doing the thing that sucks, right? Like doing the training, eating healthy, like doing all these things that are hard, but discipline is also saying no to the things that move you further and further away from your goal, right? Like saying no to fast food, saying no to going out, these kinds of things. And you've heard the quote before, discipline equals freedom, right? And I'm not the first one to come up with this, but this is why discipline equals freedom, because without discipline, you're a slave. You're a slave to your emotions. You're a slave to that craving of wanting to go eat pizza. You're a slave to that emotion of feeling lazy, laying in bed, right? Like you're a slave to all these emotions. And what's the opposite of being a slave? Having freedom? That's why discipline equals freedom. Think about it. Quick little back triceps action at the gym. It was a good workout. It was a quick one though, because I had to go pick up my car at the garage. I was getting some work done on it to get it all ready to go for the road trip down to New York on August 9th. And now that's all fixed up. I'm just munching on some pineapple right now. Arguably not arguably, I'd say non-negotiably the best fruit in the world. I got to go rip that 10-minute plank right now because, like I said, I left the gym early, didn't have time to do it. Now I got to do it. And now I really don't want to do it, but you know, I have that goal, 1 hour plank, so you got to put in the work every day. And today's a perfect day to be like, oh, I'll skip. Like, you know, I had a valid reason. I left the gym early. Now I'll just do it tomorrow. But, you know, all those one days you say that over the long term, all those one days add up. And then you never make the progress you want. And then next thing you know, I never hit that 1 hour plank like I said I would. And now I'm a failure, a fraud. But no, real talk. Like, even if your goal is to like run 2 miles after every lift, to lose body fat, to stick to the cut, like, do you know how many times you're going to show up to that, you know, when it comes time to do that 2 mile run, and you'll just be like, tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. Man, there is no tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow!
All right, I'm 7 minutes into a 10-minute plank. Like, this is what hard looks like, right? This is what it feels like, at least. But I tell myself, this is where everyone else quits, on some random Tuesday night at 7 p.m. where they just don't have that dog in them to do an extra 3 minutes. Can't hold it. Greatness. All right, we got steak, hamburger, carrots, pineapple, and a little bit of pasta with the sauce, and some water for the drink. If you're wondering, I do not track a single calorie. I like to run a lot, lift a lot, and eat a lot. That's what I've been doing for the past little while, and I just like it. But let's say my goal is to get leaner, to like bulk up, get stronger. What I'll do is, let's say my goal is like 4,000 calories a day. What I'll do is I'll track that for like a day or two, and then I'll just try to repeat the same foods. Like I'll try to eat roughly the same amount, and usually I feel like I'm pretty good at like trying to get to a certain weight just by going off feel, you know, but you still have to track to a certain extent. And if the number on the scale is staying the same, well, then you bump up your calories, or if it's not going down, you want it to go down, you just cut your calories a bit. But yeah, I just like to go off feel. And for me, it's more, I like to train hard, you know, like I like to, like I said, run a lot, lift a lot, and eat a lot. That's when I feel like I'm at my best. If your goal is to be a bodybuilder, obviously don't listen to me. Like, you have to track your calories. You have to do things that align with your goal. And for me, right now, running 100 miles, I don't really care that much about calories. Real quick before I head to bed, I did legs today, so squats, RDLs, quad extensions, seated calf raises, and then I ripped a 10-minute plank. Much better form than yesterday, although yesterday wasn't too bad, but I was slipping back quite a bit on that mat in my room. But no, that was good. Monday, 11 minutes. Yesterday, 10 minutes. Today, 10 minutes. We're making progress. And then after the gym, came back home. I wasn't planning on doing a big barbecue, but my uncle came back from work and he was like, "Yo, dog, barbecue or what?" He said, "It's on me, dog." And I was like,
oh, say less.
also, I haven't ran yet this week, so maybe tomorrow test it out, see how it feels, get a couple miles in if I can. And I just remembered I forgot to do my 100 push-ups at the gym earlier, so I'm going to do that and then hit the hay and then shoulders tomorrow. Another steak. Look, I know you're probably thinking, oh, it must be somewhat expensive eating steak every night. $19.22 for 4 steaks. As for the workout, I did shoulders, forearms, plank, push-ups, and then I tried running. Did a solid 1 mile. Now, in less than 3 weeks, I just gotta repeat that 99 times and we'll be golden. I'll tell you what, it definitely breaks my confidence a tad not being able to complete that 2-mile treadmill run literally less than 3 weeks out from my race, but I just tell myself one thing. It's all mental. It's all in the mind. And to be fair, it's not like I'm going from the couch to trying to run 100 miles, right? Like, the past 6 months have been dedicated towards training, nutrition, sleep, recovery, everything. And literally every Saturday for the past 6 months, I'd wake up at like 3, 4 in the morning, go run anywhere from like 20 to 65K. Sometimes I wouldn't even sleep. Or like I would sleep when I got back from work and then wake up in the middle of the night, go run just to be able to get it done and out of the way by like 9 a.m. or something. And yeah, so like I know how many marathons I've ran, how many ultras I've ran. I know the work I've put in, right? So it's like, what else am I supposed to do at this point? Quit? No. Alright, it's Friday afternoon, got done work early, so off to the gym, gonna hit some chest biceps and try to do another 10-minute plank, and then 100 push-ups, and then tomorrow morning I'm gonna try running, I'm gonna try doing a long run, well, long-ish, it could be 3 miles, it could be 7 miles, it could be 10 miles, whatever I can, I'm gonna try to do it. So tonight, get to bed early, get some stretching in, be ready for tomorrow. Workout complete, and I did do a 10-minute plank afterwards. Wasn't easy, but it's getting to a point now where I feel pretty confident being able to do 10 minutes a day. And like today, I was starting to hurt at 3-4 minutes, but I just kept pushing through. I tell myself, can you do 1 more minute? And if the answer is yes, you keep going, and then you get to that next minute. It's like 1 more minute, 1 more. Next thing you know, you're at 7, 8, 9, 10. You get it done. Anyways, also came home to this Amazon package, which I already opened, but this is what it is. A microphone for the YouTube videos and the content. I do believe all the answers to life are in the Bible, which I'm reading off the computer right now, this app called Bible Chat. It's really good because if you're like me, you're someone who kind of dozes off when you read or falls asleep, this, you can follow along with the audio and with the subtitles. So it's pretty good. I'm reading the New King James Version. It is 7:30 p.m. That's it for me, going to bed so I can get some good sleep and get up tomorrow morning and just get after it. Just eating a bit of oatmeal before I go for the run. After this, I'm going to have half a scoop or a full scoop of G1M Sport Plus. I'm not really a big fan of taking caffeine the second I wake up before I eat anything, so I've just been taking my time this morning. I've been up for about an hour. It's 5:12 right now. After that, I'm going to go for the run and then probably go out for breakfast and then hit a lift, back and triceps. I'm going to go to 613 Lift, which is a pretty sick gym. It's more of a powerlifting, bodybuilding gym. Chris Bumstead used to work out there when he lived in Ottawa, so that says it all.
Skinny bitch.
But yeah, it's got a lot of chalk, loud music, people working out with no shirts on. Not for everyone, but I find it pretty sick. And then my membership there expires in like 4 days, so I'm going to get one last lift in before it expires and then probably keep going to that Fit for Less I go to, which is like 30-second drive from my house, so it's just so convenient. Or I'll get a membership at Good Life. All right, 3.5 miles in. Can't run very fast, but I could be feeling better. Could be feeling worse too, but I'm gonna try doing one loop of this route I run on, 7 miles, and then we'll call it a day. 7-mile run complete. I brought this Go Gel just in case I was going to go a bit further, but that didn't happen, so now I got an extra one. I was having trouble staying in zone 2 today. That's probably something I could have honestly done better throughout this whole 100-mile prep, is doing more zone 2 work. But I know last year, my 50-mile prep, pretty much all my runs were in zone 2, and I neglected speed work, so this time I was focused on not neglecting speed work. I don't think I did enough zone 2 work, but we'll see how it plays out in the race. Training for the day complete. I ended up doing 2 5-minute planks. I tried doing a 10, but it was just too hard. I couldn't hold it. But got some good planks in this week, an hour's worth of volume, and got some lifts in. Got a 7-mile run in this morning, which, you know, it's not enough, but considering my situation, I'll take it. But yeah, that's it for the week. Thanks for watching the video. Now I'm just off to breakfast and gonna go to the cottage, go on the lake with my buddy. Just a beautiful day out here on the lake. Guys, don't forget to go outside, get some sun, get that vitamin C.